views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of BronxNet or the program underwriters.
Hello and welcome to Open University from our BronxNet East studios at Mercer College, where we keep you in the loop on current discussions in and around the community. I'm your host, Hanu Evangelista, and we have an amazing show for you full of inspiring guests and community leaders. First up, we will meet a fitness instructor who's created a way to give back to the community in both physical and mental health. Then, BronxNet will go out in the open as we visit a sweet shop with some international treats. Finally, we will meet Texas songbird who traveled to the Big Apple chasing her dreams in music. So stay tuned because all that and much more is heading your way here on Open University. Hello and welcome to Open University. I'm your host, Hanu Evangelista, and many forget that when it comes to fitness, we must exercise both the mind and body. One instructor who does just that while giving back to his community. Please welcome to the show, David F. Brandt. Good afternoon, David. How are you?
Good, thank you. Thank you for having me here today.
Well, thank you for giving us the opportunity to give you a quick interview. So to start, just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, sure. So my name is David Brand. I am a social worker, personal trainer, and a writer. I've been working in social service for about 9 years, and about 5 years ago I started working as a case manager in supportive housing for people with mental illness, who used to be homeless. And so when I started that work, in addition to the mental illness aspect, I noticed that almost all of my clients, all of the tenants in supportive housing, also experience preventable chronic health problems such as diabetes, hypertension, all related to obesity. And so after a little while, I moved on to another supportive housing site, this one in Harlem, noticed the same thing. People with mental illness also experienced obesity and obesity-related illnesses. And so that motivated me to not just address their case management and their mental health needs, but also physical health needs. So I became a personal trainer, always loved exercise. My goal was to incorporate personal training, fitness instruction, health counseling into mental health work. And
so you do a little bit of everything, but how was it that you particularly started with personal training?
Sure, so I've always exercised throughout my life, growing up playing soccer, running track. As I got a little older, started lifting weights, got more into like high intensity work, and realized that was a passion of mine. And so I wanted to combine things that I really enjoyed, which was working in a social service setting and doing physical fitness work too.
So how do you interpret your personal training to mental health?
Sure, so about a year ago, I got hired as a fitness consultant for an organization called Lantern Community Services. And so I started working at 2 sites for Lantern, one in Brooklyn, one in Washington Heights. I would do fitness classes for staff and tenants, staff and clients. I would do personal training work for the clients. I would collaborate really closely with social service staff at the site, so that's case managers, social workers, program directors, and I would also provide counseling while I exercised with some of the clients.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
And tell us about the programs that you have for the supportive housing. Is it for anyone?
So supportive housing is permanent independent housing for people who have experienced homelessness. So that can be individuals, could be families, and it's often people with mental illness. It's often people with HIV/AIDS, but it's also often people who have just had the misfortune of becoming homeless for whatever the reason. And so this is permanent independent housing with social service staff support on site.
So with this housing that you offer to the homeless, how do you interpret your personal training to this?
Sure. So I've been doing it. I should say that when I was talking in the past tense. I'm continuing to do this work now and expanding to new sites in the Bronx as well. And so I'll be there at each site for about 3 hours. I will do a lot of outreach, going around to the community spaces in the building, making phone calls, knocking on tenants' doors, just to remind them I'm here. I check in with the social service staff, for updates on how some of the people I've been working with are doing, and to see if there's also some people who are interested in joining the programs. And then I'll provide personal training. So I will help people create SMART goals, which is specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, time-bound goals. And that could be to exercise 3 times a week, or it could be to walk on the treadmill for 30 minutes, or it could be to do something a little more intense, like 20 push-ups or run 3 miles or something. And then we work on those goals together. Often people just want to come down to talk, and so I kind of provide informal counseling, like a client and I will be pedaling stationary bikes together, and that will enable people to talk in a more comfortable setting, I think, than the traditional like one-on-one counselor in an office setting. In addition to that, I do classes with clients and with staff members, so it builds community in the supportive housing sites, and it also kind of removes those barriers that often exist between workers and clients.
So which community is your focus on?
Well, right now I work at sites for formerly homeless adults. I'll be soon expanding to sites for families who have experienced homelessness. In addition to that, I do like private personal training too for individuals, and I work at a YMCA doing classes and personal training in Queens as well.
So a little bit that you do of everything, being a social worker, a mental health advisor, and a personal trainer. What is your mission? What do you see yourself?
Well, my mission, that's a great question. So my mission is to provide this kind of integrative preventive health programs for people in social service settings, people affected by poverty and inequities. And so because I have this experience in supportive housing, that's kind of what I've been able to enter a little more easily and a little more comfortably. Definitely would like to expand to other settings as well, but to help people who have experienced inequities achieve physical and mental health programs that are integrative and that respond to their needs.
So tell us about the preventative health programs that you offer.
Sure. So as I was saying, people with mental illness often experience obesity and obesity-related illnesses, diabetes, hypertension, joint problems, respiratory problems. And I was motivated by a statistic that people with mental illness die on average 25 years earlier than the general population. And that's not because of any quirk of brain chemistry, it's largely due to these preventable illnesses. And so I think if we're going to treat the whole person, we're going to consider the whole person, we need to consider mental health and physical health and provide opportunities to access programs for both of those and to incorporate them together. And so, yeah, I also think it's very empowering for someone to take care of their body.
It
too.
is.
And
it is very important.
you know, physical health and mental health are related, and I think that's intuitive. I remember watching Legally Blonde when I was like 13, and she's defending someone accused of murdering her husband, and she had just come from exercising, and Reese Witherspoon's character is like, exercising makes you happy. Happy people don't kill their husbands. And so that was kind of like my first introduction when I was like 12 years old to that intuitive idea that physical health and mental health are related. And so now I've decided to fuse them together.
So how long have you been being a personal trainer in the mental health? How long have you been doing it?
I've been a personal trainer for about 3 years. I've been doing my programs. I've been doing my work now in my current programs for about a year. I started at Lantern Community Services about a year ago in August. But before that, I was doing groups in supportive housing, like health groups, walking groups. One cool thing that we did was in my health group, we had about 6 people involved, and we gave them money from the recreation fund, just $8 each. We spent time looking at circulars for Fine Fare nearby in Harlem, trying to create healthy meals on a budget. And then after we did that, we went to Fine Fare, and then each person had their money and had to get the ingredients to make these healthy meals that they might not have been accustomed to. And then so everyone was like very close to $8 per guy. I remember one person spent $7.99. And then, and then we went back to the site, went to a community kitchen, and everyone prepared their meals. And it wasn't just meals for one day; it was meals for the entire week or for several days. So.
With $8?
Yeah, it was
cool.
cool.
Oh my God!
Healthy living on a budget. Yeah.
That's great. Well, I feel like what you're doing for your community is amazing.
Thank you.
I like it. So just give us a little bit, where can the public find your information? Where can they contact you?
Sure, you can go on my website. It's davidfbrand.com. That's F as in Frederick, my middle name. and I have more information about my work on my website. And if an organization would like to contact me to expand some of my programs, especially supportive housing or homeless shelters or any kind of social service setting, you can also go to my website. My email address is there.
Well, thank you, David, for coming in and giving us some of the things that you do for your community.
Thank you.
And we'll see you around.
All right, thanks for having me.
Thank you. We have to take a quick break, but when we return, Open University will get an inside look into a sweet treat for summer.
We are neighbors and best friends.
I love my sister.
My heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
Our family is no less than any other family.
Hello, good people of the Bronx and beyond. Welcome to A Life in Art.
Every Monday night at 9, we talk to the borough's movers and shakers about the latest in Bronx politics, education, healthcare, arts and culture, and literally any and everything that's important to the people of the Bronx. There's a reason why Bronxites have been turning to Bronx Talk for more than 20 years, because Bronx Talk is about you and me, the people of the Bronx. So we'll see you Monday night at 9.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Hannah Evangelista. As the summer heat wave continues, many people are trying to find any way to cool down. BronxNet went out into the open to explore a New York City shop with international suite. So let's take a look.
What if I told you some of your favorite frozen flavors were in the shape of a flower? Well, the Amarino shop accomplishes that with their newest design blossom this summer season. Can you tell us a little bit about Amarino and the history behind it?
Amarino was founded in 2002 by two Italian childhood friends, Cristiano and Paolo, in Paris though. So they opened the first stores in Paris because they didn't see any Italian actual gelato shop over there. And so they said, we want to bring our actual gelato, authentic gelato.
Can you tell us a little bit about what you guys offer here? I know it's all natural based, you know, gelatos and everything. Is it organic as well?
Yes, everything is organic. We have gelato and sorbets. All sorbets are vegan and dairy-free, so it's a perfect choice, you know, for healthy conscious customers. And gelato is milk-based, and all the flavors are gluten-free apart from two flavors. So it's really a healthy choice, even if it's a dessert, even if it's gelato, and that's the big difference between gelato and ice cream.
Amarino created a unique name for itself by introducing 23 tasty gelato flavors and 8 unique macaroons.
Our macaroons are filled with gelato, so they have a different twist.
A little kick to it.
Exactly. Every cone that we make, the guys are trained in order to create a flower.
Why a flower?
I think because, you know, it's it's pretty to see. It reminds you of something natural, that it's as a flower, and also it's pretty. You know, it's something pretty to share with your family, with your friends.
Do you see Amarino creating any new ideas, like new creations?
I hope so. I hope so. You know, they're always evolving, so they try, you know, to always trying to start from the natural ingredients, you know, and sticking to organic ingredients, everything from that. But then they can be very, very creative. There is a team of, you know, chefs that in Paris that are very creative about it. There are also, we serve also crepes and waffles. In Europe, they serve also gelato cakes with flowers, with a lot of additions. That could be a good thing to have also in the US, I guess. We have a lot of desserts. We make amazing crepes and waffles, and we do a lot of coffee, different from, you know, the actual maybe American coffee. It's more like Italian cafeteria. So yeah, so it's a different experience.
Nice. Yeah. Do you see Amarino expanding even more? I mean, I live upstate. Can you guys come upstate too?
I hope so. Like the reception here for this store, we just opened for not even today, it's 3 months.
Oh wow, congratulations.
Thank you. It's been amazing here in the Upper West Side. So I believe that there is room for even more expansion here in New York. Yeah.
Amarino brings in a sense of Italian authenticity with so many varieties to choose from. Located at 414 Amsterdam Avenue, owner Jennifer Menino has an extraordinary staff on her team. The customer service will have you blown. So bring your family and your friends and enjoy this breathtaking experience.
Thank you, Chelada. Stay tuned, there's more Open University coming up next.
If you want to stay in the know about the latest happenings in Español, check out Diálogo Abierto, BronxNet's own Spanish show, Wednesdays 6:30 p.m. on Channel 67. The latest in news, arts, culture, politics, and what's going on in your neighborhood. Diálogo Abierto, the best way to stay connected in Spanish. See you there. Te esperamos.
From the north to the south to the west to the east, we are expanding our services and upgrading technology at Lehman College. And now, Bronxites have an innovative media production facility in the East Bronx at Mercy College in the Hutch Metro Center. The windows on the East Bronx studio, a state-of-the-art control room, media labs for production and training, and other media-capable spaces. Training, workforce development, leading-edge technology, and programs that help you share your ideas, your voice, on your channels, locally and globally. Build media and technology skills at BronxNet and build your dreams.
Still generated off. Back.
Hi, honey. How are you?
I'm all about that bass, no trouble.
You gotta learn your body, pace yourself, and have fun. So let's go have fun. BronxNet Television, Channel 67.
Our next guest is a songbird whose big dream took her from her life in Texas to the Big Apple. Please welcome to the show singer, actress, and now YouTube personality, Casey Drain. Welcome.
Hi.
How are you? I'm excited to interview you today.
I'm excited to be interviewed.
You look pretty, by the way.
Thank you. You too. I'm digging the lipstick.
Okay. So let's start with the interview. So tell us about your music. You grew up in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you decide to come to the Big Apple to do music?
Well, I also do theater, and I just knew that there was a good scene for theater and music here in New York, and I don't really want to go to LA, so I always knew I was going to move to New York, even before I knew what that meant. That's why.
You recently moved down here?
Yeah, I moved here a couple years ago.
You moved by yourself? Or
with my boyfriend.
Oh, okay, so your family lives down there?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So tell us about your blog. What do you do on your blog?
Okay, so I just started this blog where it's on YouTube, and I just go about my day, and you can see all the stuff I do, because I don't do anything interesting, but I figured, you know, if you want to see kind of how I practice, and I give tips. I'm a vegan, so I give veganism tips, and yeah.
So you do like basically the behind the scenes of your creating your music?
Yeah.
You write your own music?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I know that you brought us a little video of what you do.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So let's take a look into
Okay.
Or stone cold, stone cold. Maybe if I don't cry, I won't feel anymore. Stone cold, baby. God knows I try to feel happy for you. Know that I am, even if I can't understand. I'll take the pain, give me the truth. Me and my heart, we'll make it through. If happy is her, I'm happy for you.
That was great, Casey.
Thank you.
So tell us a bit about that music video.
Well, I met a person through a really close friend of mine who was super excited about my image and my music and the stuff that I was kind of doing, and he just like went all out and had me, you know, do some music, this music video. He had me do this at the recording studio, and Justin, who works here, filmed it, and it was so much fun. Yeah.
So you do covers?
Mm-hmm.
Right, so what artists do you interpret?
Well, that was Demi Lovato. I am currently working on one that is Close by Nick Jonas, and also my next like music video like that is going to be Roar by Katy Perry.
Well, you have a great voice.
Thank you.
A great voice. So what made you decide to start a career in music?
Well, I'm just not very good at being consistent with anything, so the only thing that I just really, really want to do is music, and I can't do anything else.
Do you take some vocal voice? That was amazing. I cannot sing like that, but it was amazing.
Thanks.
So tell us a bit more about growing up. Well, how was your idea to come, like, how was your idea to come here to New York City to pursue this dream that you're chasing now?
Well, I was a military brat, so we moved around a lot when I was a kid. I was born in Japan, and then we lived in Virginia and Maryland and several different cities in Texas. And when I was in a first grade, there was like a talent show, and at that daycare, I always did karaoke. And for the talent show, I decided I was going to sing, and I sang "New York, New York" by Frank Sinatra. And from that point on, I wanted to move to New York.
That's great. What do you see yourself in the music industry?
Well, I really want to put pop music up. I'd really like to get on the charts. You know, dream big. I want to meet people and help people and inspire people. And I think that is what's so beautiful about music and art and theater in general, is you meet the most amazing people.
And you can inspire people through your lyrics as well. So tell us, let's talk a bit more about your blog. What are your plans with the blog? Are you trying to put like your music out there? What are your upcoming plans that you have?
Yeah, my blog is kind of like marketing for my music. I really would like to, I love YouTube. I really want to get myself out there on YouTube. And I just think it's such a perfect social media platform, and I can also promote myself. So I'd like to, from going forward, not just blog, but also do a lot of the challenges that you see other YouTubers doing, like the boyfriend does my makeup tag and drawing Pokemon from memory, stuff like that. And it'll be a lot of fun, and I've got a lot of ideas, so just wait for it.
So what tips do you give to those people out there who want to start a YouTube channel but don't know how to?
Well, I would find your favorite bloggers and YouTubers and see what they're doing and do that, pretty much.
Well, that's great, because I think YouTube is a great platform to promote yourself, especially with music, because it's a great to listen to music through there.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming today.
Thanks for having me.
You look amazing. I'm so excited to see any music videos that you have upcoming. But before you leave, just give us a quick sample of your work.
Okay, so I'm working on this cover of Close by Nick Jonas. Space is just a word made up by someone who's afraid to get too close. Oh, oh, so close. Oh, want you close. Oh, and I want you close and close and close enough. No.
That was amazing.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Of course.
Well, we see you around on your social medias. Can you give us your social medias so the audience can follow you?
All of my social medias are starring Casey Drain, and my last name is spelled D-R-A-N-E.
And the information to your blog?
It's caseydrain.com.
And the same thing for YouTube?
Yep, starring Casey Drain.
Well, thank you again.
Thank you.
Thanks. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today. I would like to thank our guests for being part of today's show and you, the viewer, for tuning in. If you missed any part of today's show, you can watch it at any time on BronxNet.org. And before we leave, I will leave you with this quote from Marilyn Monroe. Keep smiling because life is a beautiful thing and there's so much more to smile about. This is Ana Evangelista. Until next time.
Stone cold, you see me standing, but I'm dying on the floor. Stone cold, stone cold. Maybe if I don't cry, I won't feel anymore. Stone cold.
From the north to the south to the west to the east, we are expanding our services and upgrading technology at Lehman College. And now, Bronxites have an innovative media production facility in the East Bronx at Mercy College in the Hutch Metro Center. The windows on the East Bronx studio, a state-of-the-art control room, media labs for production and training, and other media-capable spaces. Training, workforce development, leading-edge technology, and programs that help you share your ideas, your voice, on your channels, locally and globally. Build media and technology skills at BronxNet and build your dreams.